Alright, so we just got a huge announcement for Fortnite Battle Royale. So in the very next update, we're going to get a matchmaking system. So first, let me just read you what the official Fortnite team tweeted out and posted on Reddit. So this is going to be word for word as to what they said. It says, since Battle Royale launched, the matchmaking strategy for our core modes has remained mostly unchanged. Over the past 2 years, however, the range of players' skill has grown considerably. In Arena, we use hype-based matchmaking to ensure players are matched evenly across platforms. In the next update, we're introducing improved matchmaking logic to Battle Royale core modes to create fairer matches. And what does this mean? You'll be more likely to match with players of similar skill, and as you get better, so should your opponents. We'll slowly roll this out to all regions across Battle Royale core modes as we test and monitor how it performs. We're excited to get this out for everyone to play with, and we'll continue to update the system. We'll update you when it's fully live across all regions to get your feedback as you try it out. So that was the first part, and we're going to talk about that more in depth in just a second. And then at the end of this message, it says something called bots. And they go on to say, in the next season, we are adding bots to Fortnite. They'll behave similarly to normal players and will help provide a better path for players to grow in skill. Bots will work in conjunction with the new matchmaking system, and as your skill improves, you'll face fewer bots. Bots will not be present in competitive playlists. This is another system that we will continue to update. So holy cow, is that a lot to take in. So first off, let's talk about the skill-based matchmaking. So if you play Call of Duty, you may be slightly familiar with this. To sum it up, more or less, the better you are, the better opponents you're going to face. So right now, let's say I was a Tfue quality player. Obviously I'm not, but let's just assume I am. And you go into a normal solo match, you're probably going to dominate 99% of the people, and you'll probably drop at least 20 kills, maybe even more. That's without skill-based matchmaking. Now, with the system on, let's say again, we're Tfue. Now you're going to drop in with players that are on par or slightly similar to Tfue's level. So you'll no longer get that newbie booby no thumb Timmy playing. Instead, you're going to get all these elite competitors that you're going to have to go against. And a lot of people like that, and a lot of people don't like that. Now, just to reference Call of Duty again, it's always awesome to jump into a match knowing you're a great player and just dominate the entire lobby. And likewise, I think a lot of people will agree it's the same feeling in Fortnite. You jump in, you've earned your skill, you've practiced hard, and you just want to dominate a lot of people. If you wanted to test your skill, you would go to Arena, because again, that's another mode where you fight similar skilled players. But now, like I said, and like they mentioned, it's coming to normal core modes. So on the opposite spectrum of this, let's say you're absolutely terrible at the game. Maybe my 6-year-old son, Jack, he gets maybe 2 kills in Team Rumble, or maybe 1 kill in a normal solo match, something like that. Now, you're gonna face a bunch of players of similar skill. So you get into a match, it's going to be a 6-year-old versus a 6-year-old. And the entire lobby is going to be that bad. Now there are ways to abuse this, and you can see it in Call of Duty already. Let's say you want to drop a nuke. You just make a brand new account, and you're going to be put in with a bunch of newbie boobies, and you can easily mop the floor with all of them. But then once the system learns that, hey, you're cheating, it's going to put you in a higher bracket. But that's not to say people won't try this. I can already see the clickbaiters. Well, I dropped into a match and I dropped 40 kills versus these really skilled players. But they'll be able to tell that you're level 1 or 0 or what have you. So this could bring a lot of people that quit Fortnite back. So the skill gap has got so high that the average person that plays Fortnite will hop into a match and just get pub stomped into oblivion by probably a 10-year-old that's practiced a lot. And really, how many times can the terrible player do that without getting bored and moving on to another game? Drop into a match, you die right away to a skilled player, and you can only do that so many times before you say, that's it, I'm done with this game. So by introducing this skill-based matchmaking, again, all the bad players are going to be versus all the other bad players. So you stand a fighting chance to win now. I had so many online friends that played this game that quit just because that skill gap is so large now. People can crank 90s and outbuild you, and it just makes the gunplay severely difficult to contend with. You get the high ground, you got a 90% chance of killing the guy below you. But again, with the lesser skilled players versus lesser skilled players, it's going to be an even battleground. So this is interesting. We're going to see how this plays out. Now, I'm middle ground here. You know, I have about 900 wins, but I don't know where they're going to rank me because I can't build. And I don't know what factors they're going to look at. Are they just going to look at stats like my kills per game and wins? Because if that's the case, I'm going to be thrown in with people that are 10 times better than me. But I'm hoping they look at other things, like maybe how many times you edit a match or how fast you can build or something like that. Hopefully they have a nice system. Otherwise, if they just go on kills per game and maybe win record, I personally could be in trouble. If you've watched any of my gameplay, yes, I can aim really well, and I have situational awareness smarts. I know how to play the match, but I can't build. So I'm a little iffy on this. Hopefully I get put with the lesser skilled players as opposed to the really, really good players. And again, as you improve at the game, you're going to be put with more similarly skilled players. So this is going to be great for some people, and for some people it's going to be a headache. Like, imagine being one of the best players at the game and not wanting to play arena. You get placed against people that can build just as fast as you, that can play just as great as you. It's going to be really difficult to do well. Those people that post high kill gameplays likely won't be getting any of those anymore. And that also leaves the question, what are the lobbies going to look like? So let's assume we're all good players. We get put in a good player lobby. It's just going to be like a competitive match where everyone is there in the final circles, and it's going to be a cluster. So we're going to see how that plays out. Now, they are monitoring the system. We are going to see if any changes are going to be had or what have you. But next, let's talk about the bots. So if you've ever played PUBG Mobile, I think it is, when you first start, I remember I played my first game on mobile, and I think I got like 25 kills, and I said, wow, I'm absolutely incredible at this game. And it turns out, I think everyone I killed was a bot, because they put bots in the first few matches as you play on mobile, and then they gradually disappear. Now, I thought that's how it was going to be, but if I read this again, let me see the exact wording here. It says, as your skill improves, you'll face fewer bots. Now, that leads me to believe that even if you are good, there may still be some in the lobby. And how good could they program these bots? Like, will they be cranking 90s? Will they be aiming with flawless accuracy? Will they be head glitching? I don't know what they're going to do. Or will they just box up and just be a complete noob? And likewise, what will their names be? Will you be able to tell if you kill a bot or if you get killed by a bot? God forbid. I don't know how I feel about this. I hate when games have fake enemies like that. In Call of Duty, there's no such thing. You play against real people on online multiplayer, that is. And I love that experience. But when you add the fake computer players in, it's just, it gives you a false sense of accomplishment if you kill them. Now, that's just my personal take. I guess a lot of people wouldn't mind killing a bunch of bots and getting a lot of kills and then posting on YouTube, say, hey, look at me, I'm the best. But again, as it said, if you improve on your skill, there's going to be less and less bots and more real people. But it also makes me wonder, so if you're a really, really skilled player and you're in those really skilled lobbies, what if there's not many of those people playing right now? Does that mean the rest of the lobby is going to be filled with bots just to make the match have 100 people? Because this does say, as you improve, you're going to face fewer bots. So I don't know. We don't know any more details than what they've laid out here. But I'm curious, what do you guys think of both of these things? Do you want skill-based matchmaking in Fortnite Battle Royale? And do you want bots in this game as well? Let me know in the comments right now. I'm very curious what my subscriber base thinks. Do you agree with these changes? Is this going to bring you back to Fortnite? Is this going to make you quit Fortnite? Like I said, I'm torn here because I don't know where I'm going to be placed. And I don't know how many bots there's actually going to be per match. So it looks like skill-based matchmaking comes out with this next update, but the bots will come in Season 11. So stay tuned for more details. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is Tabor time.